What's going on, beautiful people? Jace with Heathen Army here, and welcome back to my journey to better health, wellness, strength, and conditioning. Week 12 is in the books. Man, what a crazy week 12. Probably, I said this about week 11 too, but probably the most work that I've put in yet. So week 11 was certainly up there. Week 12 was even more work. From a cardio and strength perspective. Man, and I'm definitely feeling it now as we are into week 13 already, which we'll touch on. So let's just jump right in. For me, nutrition is still challenging on the weekends. Much better for week 12 than it was for week 11. I definitely had my challenges with nutrition. It seems to be a reoccurring theme that I just can't seem to fix. So we got to get that, got to keep working on it, right? Certainly I made some progress there. Didn't have nearly the amount of bad eating that I did in week 11 for week 12. So that's good. And I added to the output. The energy out was also increased. So I'll take it. I would bet that my nutrition was somewhere probably about 65% there. Man, those weekends kill me, man. So I'll fix it. I've got to change my routines. I've got to get into some better habits there on the weekend to help remove that extra eating or bad eating, as I like to say. In terms of the workouts, man, it was Monday, Wednesday, Friday, strength. I also threw in strength on Tuesday and strength on Thursday. So all in all, I did several consecutive days of pushing and pulling some type of weight in the gym. And then I added my 2 cardio sessions as well, Tuesday and Thursday. So and I definitely, with my workout yesterday, this is actually Tuesday the 25th, so I'm already into week 13. And I can tell you my Monday workout, as I started week 13, definitely, I could feel it. So it's time for a break. So today, I'm not going to do any strength training at all. It's just going to be cardio. But back to week 12, I'm getting ahead of myself there. I felt pretty good through all of the strength exercises. I added skull crushers. I added deadlifts. I added, extended the Romanian deadlift exercise a little bit. Put a little bit more volume in there. I got back under the power rack to do open squats, and that's a mess. My deadlifts are a total mess. You'll see some of it there as I've got running, where it's just, look, I haven't done those exercises in quite some time with any kind of consistency. And so it's going to take a little bit of time. I can't expect it to just to jump right in and start with perfect form and all that. So, it's just something that I got to work through. I'm excited, though, to be able to start pulling a little bit of weight with deadlifts. I just threw 135 on there and just worked out with that as my highest weight. I did them more in RDL format than standard deadlifts, but I tried to work on my form a little bit. It was just a mess. The open squats are a total mess. That's one thing I'll say, man. The Smith got me, got me locked into that, not having to worry about those stabilizers. And so I took that for granted a little bit, I think, but a little bit of time. I didn't put any weight on the bar, wanted to work on the squat movement, and I'm glad I did because it was a mess. Didn't get really good depth. Felt kind of uncomfortable through it, and again, as I've mentioned before, I think it's been short of a little bit of workout right around the pandemic. I didn't do much on the open squat side anyway. There, it's been more than a decade and a half, right, since I've put a bar on my back outside of the Smith machine, right? So I'm kind of looking forward to working on that. It's something that you're starting at the bottom, and it's just fun to see how you progress. As long as you're putting in the work it's fun to see, how you improve through those things. So I'm excited about it, right? I'm at the bottom right now, I would say, with open squats. And so we'll just kind of keep working on it. We'll keep working on the form. We'll keep working on depth. We won't worry about weight, and we'll treat it that way. And I'm excited to see where it goes. The bench felt good, man. I put in a ton of work on flat bench, decline, and incline pressing. So I feel pretty good there. I'm probably right at 225 for my 1 rep max, just to give you an idea of weight-wise where I'm at. I've done way more in the past, but again, we're talking about more than a decade or 2 decades, to be honest. So, you can't expect to start throwing that heavier weight up right away, and I'm not sure I want to be honest. I'm not quite sure where I want to go with that. I know that I obviously would like to just, make sure for me, I think one of the first goals is to just make sure I'm benching my weight. So just to give you an idea of some of the strength goals that I have. Hey, if I can throw up my weight more than 1 rep, man, I'm a happy camper. At 50 years old, I'm excited to just have the ability to do what I'm doing, and I'm starting to feel better. Which is pretty exciting. So that again, from a detailed workout perspective, it's I'm following kind of I don't even know if you want to call it a 3-day split. Obviously, it's not a 3-day split if I did 6-7 days consecutively of pushing and pulling weight over the last week and a half. So I'm not quite dialed in on a specific program yet. Stay tuned for that. But I typically follow more of a standard bodybuilding split type routine. Not that I'm bodybuilding. I'm not bodybuilding. But it just kind of resonates with me with some of those splits. So anyway, I when I get more detailed or actually start working on a particular program, I will share that information for sure. And then Tuesday I just got in and I started working on skull crushers and shoulder pressing, seated presses, just working on some different exercises. Rows, I'm getting into the rows. I'm using my landmine finally, doing 1-arm rows, etc. So feeling pretty good there. I would say that I just need to start adding some weight. I've been not worried about that as much, just doing very small lightweight, or very small amount of weights, I should say. And just working on form, movement, things like that with some of these additional exercises that I've added. I'm feeling pretty good, pretty excited about the added volume and the added exercises. Man, I mixed it up with my calisthenic type workout or my mat work, as I like to say. I definitely mixed it up. I was doing sandbag carries. I was doing skiers. I was doing my typical arm circles, abdominal twists, push-ups, crunches, planks. I threw a bunch of stuff in the mix. I did another, I would say 4 different sessions just within the calisthenic range, right? Or my mat work. And so I'm telling you that's helping me out tremendously as well. So another, probably 150 plus push-ups for week 12. So I'm going to try and keep that going for week 13 here as well, because it feels great. So, So, again, there are obviously things to correct with my diet still. Man, I'm real close. I am real close to being 100% dialed in, I would say. And so far, this week, Monday and Tuesday for week 13, 100% diet, 100%. And that will be this. I'm gonna keep that going. I need to stack several of these good days. Real quick, my mental. It's been a little bit challenging. I know I don't get into a whole lot of detail on some of this stuff. I will. We are going to have some different conversations around mental health and some of the things that I've had to deal with over the last few years specifically. So we'll get into that. I'm here, man. I'm surviving. There are times when it's rough, and then there are times that are really great. So, I always like to say I go minute by minute. I don't go day by day. I go minute by minute in some cases. You just got to work through it. So I'd say I'm doing okay on the mental health side as well. So, man, week 12 was full of all kinds of activity in the exercise front. More solid on the nutrition than I was in week 11. More work, more energy out. That's a good recipe, right? Just got to keep stacking it like I'm doing. So, man, week 12 is in the books. I'm Jace with Human Army. See you.